I kind of said to myself I wasn't gonna have a baby in going into my 40s, and here I am contemplating having a baby in my 40s. In life, we have to, as individuals, as mature individuals, start making decisions. We have to learn to make decisions. We have to mold our hearts. We have to figure things out. I'm not saying it's always easy, but the more you understand yourself and who you are and what you represent, the easier it becomes to know. Hey friends, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I put out a video. The last video I think I put out was literally like a month and a half ago. So I feel like one is well overdue to give you guys a bit of an update. This is going to be a mini life update because a bunch of things have happened, and this is very personal to me, right? As well as a TTC update because I know a lot of you guys follow me because this has been like the place where I've posted a lot of my TTC journey. A lot of you guys are aware that I was currently TTCing, so I will touch base on that kind of stuff in this video and just update y'all on let you guys kind of know what's been going on and why I've been away. So first things first, if you guys don't follow me on my family vlog channel, this is going to be a shameless plug. We're called the Zebra Tribe Fam, and I'm going to have the link in the description box below because that's where I've been posting all the updates. So I'm always vlogging over there, and I'm always sharing just like different life updates. It's much more easier because I have little ones, and doing a sit down video can be the challenge, okay? It can be the biggest challenge, even right now. First of all, I just made a bomb iced coffee this morning. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I made this yesterday, but I kind of made it a little different today. I got the Starbucks tumbler a long time ago, and I really love it. I use it for water. I use it for literally everything. I use it, well, water and iced coffee, and that's basically like the only two things that I drink. I don't drink a lot of iced coffee, but when I do, it's gonna be in here. I'll put the link to this tumbler down below, and I'll link it to my Amazon store. I have found it on there, and they actually have a whole bunch of different colors. They're the color gradient tumbler, and I absolutely love it. So you don't always have to spend 10 bucks on iced coffee. I promise you can make it at home, and it tastes just as good, if not better. Okay, so let's get on with this update. First of all, I need to take out my hair because it is looking really bad. So I think my hair is going to come out today. God willing, if time's against me, I'm going to try to take it out later on tonight. I don't know what's up with what I'm going to do next, but yeah, that's why it's looking a little bit crusty. For those of you guys don't know, like I said, if you haven't been watching my family vlog channel, I had my 39th, I was about to say my 29th birthday. You know the running joke, after you turn 29 every year following, you continue to turn 29. I felt like I was gonna say that. Oh my gosh, when I tell you that real life is lifing, like it's so hard to film this. My little one, my toddler, when he's displeased with anything, he's just constantly loud all the time. So it just makes it hard to vlog. So I'm just gonna get right into it anyways, now that he's in a different situation. Like I said, I turned 39. I'm a year away from turning 40. Like, how did I get here? I'm just embracing it. I'm blessed. I can't believe I'm here. I'm at 39. God's been good. Like, I am so grateful. So I don't know, not much has changed, but I did make a video. I did sit down and make a video on my vlog channel, just talking about some of the things that I've learned in my 39 years of life, and just things that I discovered. Basically, wisdom. It's basically like a list of wisdom, things I've learned, and through ways of doing things, whether I learned it back, whether I learned it after having to do it the hard way, or I learned it, or I've just had to figure it out, and as I've gotten wiser, I've just avoided certain things. Either way, I've learned it, and I was sharing them, and I figured, you know what, I'll either leave the link in the description box, or I'll try to put a card at the top. I'm not sure if I can put the card because it's from another channel, but whichever way, check it out, because I think that, we can all learn from each other. And whether you be a younger person or an older person watching this, we can all learn from different things. So I'm not saying like I've got it all figured out, but I'm just saying somewhere in there, I think someone can still learn something and just learn how to navigate the world in a wiser manner. Oh my gosh, what am I looking for? Just to help navigate life so it can be a little bit easier just by having a different perspective or a new understanding. sometimes the things that we as individuals may think is so simple, other people may find it so difficult. We'll be like, that is like the simplest decision. If I don't like something, I'm not going to do it. And then you got someone on the other side that's like, I don't like it, but I feel bad, or I feel, and they're just not at the space where they're not fully at that place where they understand that you have to make choices. And you don't want to, if you don't want to just sit here in this section, in a space of dilemma. Just throwing out a random example here. But you don't have to just kind of sit there going back and forth, battling with your feelings because you don't want to hurt other people's feelings and all that jazz. In life, we have to, as individuals, we have to learn to make decisions. We have to mold our hearts. We have to figure things out. I'm not saying it's always easy, but the more you understand yourself and who you are and what you represent, the easier it becomes to know how to handle certain things, at least things that you can actually handle that aren't like crazy out of your control. Oh, quick little thing. If you're curious what I'm putting on my face, I am putting out this Maybelline eraser. I don't know if it's really erasing anything, but you know what? It's actually giving a little bit of a, it's giving, what do you call it? Like a little bit of a glow. So it's doing its thing. I'm pretty sure I could layer it. It's a multi-use concealer. And then I also have this Revlon Colorstay Longwear makeup foundation. I like this. I have a love-hate relationship with this, and I don't think it's the product itself. I think it's just the color. The color that I got, it really does match my skin as I'm applying it, but I feel like after it dries, it just dries in like a darker color that just kind of dulls my face, and I don't like that. However, I do put a powder on it that's I put a powder on it that's a little bit lighter, so it kind of does its thing and brings it back to normal for me. But I like the fact that it is long wear. And one problem that I get with other makeup that I'll wear sometimes, especially like with the Fit Me, because I do love the Fit Me, but I will get like the laugh lines. I laugh a lot. I do laugh a lot, and I'll get the laugh line makeup lines where you can clearly see your skin because the makeup lines be separating. Yeah. This one doesn't do that to me. Like, I usually look good at the end of the day, and I've been like smiling all day. So I love it for that, and I love it for summer because it didn't crack. It just embraced all the heat. Even with me patting my face in the hot sun, it did me good. So I will link these from my Amazon store. I'll link all what I'm using on my Amazon store if you guys are curious and you want to go check it out. So if you all remember, I was TTCing. I said that I was TTCing because if you don't know, I am a mom of 5. We have 5 children. So I had 3 prior and tied my tubes for 8 years, and then my husband, the same person, who's the father of my first 3, we untied my tubes. We didn't do it. We went to a doctor, paid $6,000, yes, and had 2 more children, and we're in this place where we are thinking of having another one. But I've just been the one debating. Like, I've been the one just kind of so apprehensive. And I think I always think it's funny because when I first wanted to untie my tubes or presented the idea, he wasn't against it, but he was the one that was like more apprehensive because he didn't know what it was about. And then I'd also gone through like these, you know, emotions about why I wanted to tie my tubes and I wanted to get my body back and all this jazz. And so, and let me just throw it in, like I also had like a little mini tummy tuck in there and a breast reduction. I had a bunch of stuff because I thought I was actually done having children. So that being said, I think he was like shook a little bit. He was a little bit shook. He was like, really? Are you sure? And he was concerned about my health too, because back then we were always told like 3 C-sections are max, and all my kids were via C-section. So yeah, so that was a thing in itself. And but he came around and he was all for it. And it's so funny now because after we've had little man, I've been the one that's been like apprehensive to know if I really want to go back down baby lane, and he's been the one that's been all for it. He's like ready to go. He's so excited and happy, and you know, he loves being a dad, and he loves his kids. So it's, you know, like, I don't know, I've been the one debating a lot. So that's why I haven't been even like actively TTCing. Like before I would like be like, okay honey, it's that time of the month, it's like ovulation time and blah blah blah. This time around I haven't been doing that just because like I've been so in my head and trying to figure out if that's the path I really want to go down again. I think my heart is saying yes, but I have concerns too, because I'm dealing with other health things that I have to think about. Like, you know, I get gestational diabetes every time I'm pregnant. I have to deal with my high blood pressure. I do have high blood pressure, and that's a thing that's obviously, these things do make it a little bit more complicated. But I am that person I am very like active in taking care of my health in that area, and I'm trying to get back on board. It feels so dumb saying that, just because I know blood pressure could also be helped if I didn't have this much weight on. And so this is an area that I struggle with a ton, and I'm trying to be active to be on top of that. But outside of that too, taking my meds and paying attention, those types of things, I do my best to absolutely do that. So I feel like, you know, as much as it's still concerning, I feel like at the same time, I know I would be on top of everything, all my visits and so forth. See, I've had amazing pregnancies, haven't had any real complications, except with like my last one where that doctor was just like, oh ma'am, I think you might have to have a transfusion. But I really don't know what to think of that doctor, because I feel like she was just trying to, she wasn't very nice, to say the slightest. She just wasn't very nice at all. And she doesn't have a good rep to begin with. So, and she was never my doctor, and she didn't know anything about me. So there's like a whole bunch of stuff that's there, and it's just like, yeah. So long story short, I've been in a dilemma, and that's one side of my dilemma. The other side of my dilemma kind of links to the idea that I'm apprehensive. I'm just, things are just different this time around. When I had my first 3, they were all girls. They entertained each other. They had each other. And then this time around I have a boy and a girl, and things are so different. So I'm just like, things are so different. My son is busy, so in my head I'm like, he's gonna have to be in sports, he's gonna have to be in this. I just want to be there. I just want to make sure I'm there. And I'm thinking about things, not that I never thought about these things before. It was just easier back then, and the pressure wasn't too much on me, because like, it was like my girls were girls and they were kind of in the same things, whereas now I have a daughter and a son. Like, I have a young daughter and a young son who I'll have to have in different activities, and just I'm just picturing it and trying to stretch myself across, you know. So I'm just debating. But then my heart, I see babies and my heart's like, okay, I know other women deal with this too, who've already came to that conclusion. They're like, yeah, like, I'm still not having any, but my heart still flutters when I see babies. Yeah, and then I'm also debating. I'm like, I kind of said to myself, I wasn't gonna have a baby going into my 40s, and here I am contemplating having a baby in my 40s, because it's already August. I just turned 39 in June. So really June, August, so August, September, October, November, December. We literally have 10 months. Like, I literally have to be pregnant like right now. I literally have to be pregnant right now for me to like literally have my baby before I turn 40. So, and I know age is just a number. Like I said, I know a lot of moms out there have had babies in their 40s and continue to have babies in their 40s. So I'm not saying like that for anyone else. I'm just saying for my own self. I just never anticipated that I'd be having babies in my 40s. But at the same token, I never was against it to begin with. So it's not like anything negative. Yeah, it's not anything negative, because honestly, if I haven't had all my children via C-section, I wouldn't oppose to having as many as the good Lord wants to give me, so long as my body is healthy and can do it. But I know if I do go down this road and have number 6, it will be, I'm thinking, my last. Watch it be like twins, because twins run in my family, and the older you are, the more inclined you are, the easier it is for you to get pregnant with twins. So, oh my gosh, watch me say that and wind up pregnant with twins or something. So that's been, I feel like that's a lot. That was like an overspill. I spewed a whole bunch out at you guys at just what's going on in my head. These things are constantly there. I'm constantly questioning. I'm constantly going back and forth with myself as to what the best choice is, what's the best. Meanwhile, my husband's like, no. I've even said it to my husband a few times. I'm like, when are you gonna go book your vasectomy? And because it's on him this time. I'm not tying my tubes. I've already tied it and I've already untied it, and I don't want to go down that path again. But I said, so when are you gonna do it? And he's like, I'm not going to. I told you I want to have another one. And so yeah, we're both in that space. He's now ready and kind of waiting on me, and I've been apprehensive. It's not that I've been actively apprehensive, but it's just that I haven't been actively pursuing you know, TTCing for conception, because if I was, I think I would be pregnant by now. But I have just been very, very neglectful in that area. Haven't tested to see if I'm ovulating, haven't been following anything, haven't been tracking. I've been known a few times to go take out the ovulation test. I will go and check when the period apps say that it's ovulation day. And we all know that that's not how it works, because it can't tell you when you're ovulating for real, for real. It might be accurate for some people, spot on, but that's just kind of like more like coincidence versus, you know, because if for any reason your body that chooses to switch it up and do something different, that the app can't tell you that. So I should have been actively documenting with the app, like just testing in the week of conception. I should be testing to see when I'm actually ovulating, but I haven't. So yeah, this is kind of like where we are with that. As of right now, like I said, I'm actively TTCing. I am gonna touch base with that in another video though, kind of just letting you guys know what that looks like. And though I haven't been like physically testing, I should say I did take a test. I did take a test. I did take a pregnancy test, because there was this one time where I just felt so off. But I'm gonna save that for that story time following this video. I might even just film it real quick, but I was so off and it just had me feeling all types of ways. I even documented it in my phone, just talking about, just writing down all the symptoms because they were just so off the charts. So I don't know. But yeah, I took a test, and yeah, of course it wasn't positive, because if it was, I would have already said it in today's video. I would have been like over the moon. But yeah, I'm gonna film that video, I think, real quick and just touch base with you guys, and just so I have another piece of content for you as well. But share with me if you want to see other things, and I will definitely look into making the videos. The way I'm going to be doing them is like just sitting down and just kind of maybe batch filming, just because it's easier, and then I can have content ready to go on this channel. And I do want to do a couple day in the life, maybe in the morning routines or stuff like that, but I just don't want it to conflict or coincide with my vlog channel, because it just kind of then feels like I'm putting the same thing there and the same thing here, which I don't want to do. So I have to find my little twist and find my little ways of making it appear different. Like, it can't be the same type of content on the same thing. But I realized I could do, since I'm doing the vlogging so freely over there, I could go a little bit more in depth into the topics and different things that I'm doing over there. Over here, I can sit down and have more chit chats, because I don't get to do that. Vlogs are just like glimpse here and there, but personalized, like videos like this, you're sitting down, you're chit-chatting, and you're just sharing. So I will definitely, I think I'm going to be implementing that over here and touching base with you guys more frequently, and I'm very, very excited about that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Turn on your notification bells, y'all, so you can know when I upload. If you are following me and you enjoy my journey and you care and you want to learn more about my life and just... It's okay. And you want to see what's up. So yeah, because if you don't do that, like, you're not going to know when I upload, because YouTube is not constantly sharing my stuff in the way that it should. But I know I need to do my part. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.